Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so this is something that we've been talking to our clients a lot about, and it's the minimum wage increases. Because, of course, we work with small businesses, and there's a lot of anxiety that is going around these minimum wage increases about whether or not these small businesses can actually afford it. And I know there's a lot of positivity about a living wage and a minimum wage increase, but unfortunately, a lot of that going around is very narrowly focused and isn't really discussing the complexity of the issue. And one of the things that nobody seems to be talking about is the fact that an increase in minimum wage actually an increase in wages across the board. And the reason for that is because somebody I'm paying $15 an hour now is not going to accept $15 an hour when minimum wage is finally at that point. Why? Because minimum wage is indicative of a job that requires few to no skills. So if I'm paying somebody $15 an hour now, I'm paying them for something other than something that takes very little skill. Okay. So I have to give that person a raise proportionate to the increase in minimum wages, and so on and so forth. It's inevitable. We know it's going to happen, but how do small businesses adjust for this? And there are a lot of different options that small business owners have. Some of them are knocking their employees down to part time so that they're able to mitigate the effect of that as much as possible. Some places are actually investing in software and AI that takes the place of an employee and maybe helps the company do more with less. Others have hiring freezes. They were growing, but now they can no longer afford to grow those businesses. And then others are increasing their prices. And honestly, most are doing kind of a hybrid of two or three of those things. So, for example, here in Pixel, we invested in software that allowed us to do more with fewer people. And we also were more careful about how quickly we hired people, and we also have increased our prices. We've already sent the emails out to everybody starting in January of 2022. Prices are going to go up, and they're going to go up incrementally over the next 5 years. And the reason for that is because we don't pay any of our employees minimum wage. All of our employees get paid significantly more. But as the minimum wage increases, we also have to increase their wages as well, because these people have skills and are really integral to the operations here at Pixel. So we try to do our best to pay them appropriately. Now, as much as we hate raising prices, this was the best option for us. And we're trying to manage that to the best of our ability with our clients by just not doing this entire huge jump in rates all at once. But again, we're doing it in little bits over the next 5 years until we get everything up to where they are going. If you are somebody who is a small business and are dealing with these minimum wage increases from one year to the next, you really do have to look at your pricing. And here's the thing, everybody. Everybody's pricing is going to go up. We're already seeing it in groceries. We're already seeing it in our energy bills. It's happening across the board. So, what does that mean? That means that for a little while, $15 an hour may be a living wage. But in the long run, here in the next, 5 or 6 years, $15 an hour is going to have the same buying power that $7.25 an hour had a year ago, at least here in Virginia. And so that's what's happening is we're creating some inflation. And I just need everybody to think about that. And honestly, in the short term, it does help the government get an influx of tax dollars, which we all know it really needs because the national debt continues to grow. So that's how we're handling it here at Pixel, as a combination of a few things. We invested in software. We were more careful about the number of people we were hiring at any given time. And we went ahead and raised our prices with our clients in the most gentle way we could possibly think of. But if you're somebody who isn't sure what you need to be doing or you don't have the numbers, feel free to give us a call. We're more than happy to help you figure out the best course of action. All right, everybody. So next week, we are going to be talking about payroll. Payroll comes up in our office all the time. We do not process payroll, but we are very familiar with the companies who do. So we're going to be talking about some of those companies. And by we, I'm pulling Nicole in on this because she and I have some bones to pick. We'll talk to you all then.